Walton is quite a large place for a riverside town, but only the tiniest corner comes down to the water. Caesar, of course, had a little place at Walton, an entrenchment or a camp or something of that sort. He was a great upriver man, was Caesar. And Queen Elizabeth was there too, and Cromwell. They made a very odd trio. People used to comment when they went on picnics. The first thing we saw at Shepperton was George's blazer on one of the locked gates.
Hello, Harry! Hey! Jay!
And closer inspection showed that George was inside it.
What's that? A frying pan? No! They're all the rage up the river this season. Everyone's got one. It's a banjo. I never knew you played the banjo. Well, not exactly, you know. It's very easy, they tell me, and I've got the instruction book. Good.
Suits you. Goes awfully well with your outfit.
Do you like the blazer?
As an object to hang above a fruit bed to frighten away the birds, I should respect it. As an article of dress for any other human being apart from a Margate minstrel makes me ill.
I've always found envy distasteful. I noticed you and Jay were envious the moment you saw it.
I can easily dispose of that idea. Your blazer wouldn't suit me at all. I always like a darker red in my things, red and black. You see, my hair's a sort of rather golden brown colour, rather pretty shade, I've been told, and I find that dark red really picks it up beautifully.
I always stick to yellows and browns. My eyes have an unusual kind of hazel glint. Rather mysterious, has been remarked. I find yellows and browns pick it up.
Yes, you don't think your complexion too ruddy for yellow? No, yellow doesn't suit you at all. There can be no doubt about that. You really ought to take some blue and white with a little cream touched in. You really wouldn't look half bad in blues and creams if you kept your hat on. Now, George, on the other hand... Why is George looking like a martyred goose? It must be some girl. Everybody in the lock seemed to have been suddenly struck wooden. All the girls were smiling sweetly, and all the fellows were frowning and looking stern and noble. And then at last the truth flashed across me. I leant with careless grace upon the hitcher, in an attitude suggestive of agility and strength, and threw an air of tender wistfulness into my expression, mingled with a touch of cynicism, which I'm told suits me.
Hey! Look at your nose! Look at your nose!
George, I think there's something wrong with your nose.
You three with the dog! Watch your nose!
Oh, it's our nose!
It's our nose!
It was Jay's fault.
That's Harris all over, too. He always reminds me of...
Not now, Jay.
We found a very pleasant nook under a tree, a little below Magna Carta Island. And with hardly any difficulty, prepared the boat for the night. Slowly, the golden memory of the dead sun faded. The birds ceased their song, and only the plaintive cry and harsh croak of the moorhen and the corncrake stirred the awed hush around the couch of waters where dying day breathed out her last. Night upon her sombre throne folds her black wings above the darkening world, and from her phantom palace holds sway and stillness.
Two lovely black eyes. Oh, oh, what a surprise. Surprise. Oh, what a surprise. Two lovely black eyes.
King John had slept at Duncroft Hall, and all the day before, the little town of Staines has echoed to the clang of armed men and the clatter of horses on its rough stones. Since dawn, in the lower of the two islands just above us, there has been great clamour and the sound of many workmen. In the great pavilion brought there yester eve, carpenters are busy nailing tiers of seats, and up the slope of Cooper's Hill are gathered the wondering rustics and curious townsfolk, and some say that much good to all the people will come from this day's work. Then far down the road in the morning sun, a cloud of dust has arisen, and there comes a brilliant cavalcade of gay-dressed lords and knights, and front and rear there ride the yeomen of the barons, and in their midst, King John. The barge is waiting. King John dismounts and takes his seat, and slowly the heavy, bright-decked barge leaves the shore and works ponderously against the current till it grates against the bank of the little island that from this day will bear the name Magna Carta Island. We wait in breathless silence till a great shout cleaves the air, and the great cornerstone in England's Temple of Liberty has, now we know, been firmly laid.
What's the matter? Where am I?
Runnymede.
I'll be down in a minute. I'll go wear my black lace-up boots.